Despite the decades of warning, socialism is now on the ballot across America. So how did we get here? Let's start back in 2016. Bernie Sanders is running for president. He starts this nationwide movement. Instead of just ripping it apart, the Democrats force him out of the race, and then we know what happens from there. They did the same thing in 2020, by the way. 2018, AOC takes down an establishment Democrat, Joe Crowley. He was a part of the leadership, chairman of a committee. She takes him out. In 2025, they needed more reinforcement. No one thought he could win in New York City, but Madami wins with the help of social media. And if you look at the Democrats, because of all of the splits, they feeling like the establishment not representing them, 48% of Democrats say that they feel that their party has betrayed them. Let's go to Kellyanne Conway. She's a Fox News contributor, former counselor to the president. Kellyanne, I just want to play this sound from Joe Manchin because it really sets up what the battle is with the Democratic Party. Let's play it.
Could you ever support a self-described socialist candidate?
No.
No way. My God, no.
And even if they have some good ideas?
No, I support the good ideas, but how could you support some of the crazy stuff they're for? Have you seen their platform? They're for just dismantling everything that we know, whether it be the structure of government, Congress itself, or the Senate they want to get rid of. And then they start talking about all the crazy things. No police, no this, no this, no that. Are you crazy?
Who wins this battle, Kellyanne? The moderates or the socialists?
I think ultimately Americans' love of freedom, liberty, life, and pursuit of happiness win, Lawrence, and here's why. There's no question the Democratic Socialists of America, Bernie Sanders, AOC, all the folks that you just mentioned are having a moment. And that's because a lot of young people, a lot of college-educated folks are saying, look, there's not enough housing. I want economic inequality. I want that solved. I want Gaza to be free, et cetera. But what they're really selling doesn't have majority support. I take them seriously, but here's what's important about Joe Manchin's comments. He was known as an effective legislator, an effective governor. He's always been a Democrat. And he governed a state. He ran a state, West Virginia, that Donald Trump carried 3 times by about 40 points each time. You can run a state or you can run your mouth. And a lot of these Democratic Socialists of America are running their mouth. Look, AOC rose from being a bartender to defeating a longtime incumbent. She should be commended for that part of her American dream. But here's what's difficult for AOC. For President, AOC is not okay. She's a communicator, but she's not a legislator. She lost within her own party 131 to 84 when she dared run for the Oversight Committee ranking member. She lost to Jerry Connolly handily. She introduces things like Green New Deal was defeated 57 to 0. She introduces income inequality stuff. It gets defeated or it doesn't get a vote. So I think the Manchins of the world are also saying you can't just talk. You can't just pontificate. You have to legislate. You have to appropriate. You have to do stuff other than post on social media. And the other thing about AOC, I just want people to know because she doesn't want you to know. She talks about socialism here and there, but she's been an establishment girl since she got elected in 2018. She voted for Nancy Pelosi for Speaker twice. She voted for Hakeem Jeffries for Speaker twice. She doesn't like being on the fringes, so she wants to have it both ways. Flying around on private jets to talk about socialism is hypocritical, but it also is not an accomplishment. Flying is an activity. It is not an accomplishment. So as a legislator, she's been very unremarkable. Donald Trump got elected as an outsider because he had never held political office. By 2028, Lawrence, AOC will have been there for 10 years. You can't be the fresh face for 6 terms in Congress. You can't be the new blood like Obama was, like Trump was. So, and her anti-Israel, Jew-hating stances, I don't think that they don't have a lot of popularity among the broader public. People are very concerned about all this anti-Semitism, people feeling threatened to live in New York, to run businesses in New York, to be taxpayers, to have a pied-à-terre in New York. So there's not a lot of purchase across the country in general elections for what she's peddling. But I think it's also, she's probably frustrated that of all people, Kamala Harris is at 30% in these Democratic primary polls. The person who lost to Trump, he won all 7 swing states and a majority of the popular vote, and she's their front runner in the Democratic Party. So I know AOC gets all girly and plays with her hair and giggles when people say, do you want to be president? But look at her record. She got on the big boy stage at the Munich Security Conference.
Didn't go too well.
And just froze, like Cindy Brady. Look it up, all the young people. Cindy Brady staring in that camera. Unless you're having a baby, a heart attack, or an aneurysm, God forbid, at that moment, you should not stare into a camera and not be able to answer a simple question about foreign policy. You all should know if Venezuela is south or north of the equator. Marco Rubio, who I guess would run in 2028, he's taking care of Venezuela. Donald Trump extracted Maduro and his wife from Venezuela. AOC doesn't know where it is.
Fascinating. She wasn't ready for prime time, Kellyanne. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thanks, LJ. Take care.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.